Welcome to the Simplilearn's YouTube channel. In today's video we are going to talk about the Meta Business Suite. I'll explain what it is, how you use it, what the functionality is. I'll show you some screens in a demo that I will be giving you. We'll give you some tips and tricks and we'll look a bit about what the future has in stock for the Meta Business Suite. As usual, I am Mark Kempman. I am your digital navigator for this video. And if you like the video, then click the button below to subscribe to our channel to join our fantastic learning community on the Simplilearn YouTube channel. But before this, let me start with sharing with you some additional information about Simplilearn. If you want to upskill yourself, if you want to master the digital marketing skills, or you want to land your dream job or grow your career that you already have in digital marketing, then you must explore the cohort of various digital marketing programs that Simplilearn has available for you. We offer various certification and postgraduate programs in collaboration with some of the leading universities and businesses like Meta and Microsoft. Through our courses, you will gain knowledge and work-ready expertise in skills like search engine marketing, strategies in paid campaigns, analytics, ROI and evaluation, and many others. But that's not all. You also get the opportunity to work on multiple projects and learn from industry experts working in the area on digital marketing, experts from product companies and lecturers from top universities. And after completing these courses, literally thousands of learners have transitioned into a digital marketing career and they've become very successful. So if you're passionate about making your career in the field of digital marketing, then make sure you check out the Simplilearn website or the link that you can see in the comments below, and that will help you to make sure that what you're going to learn fits your career requirements. Right, so let's go straight into the Meta Business Suite. There is this thing called the Meta Business Suite. You may have heard of it, and it is a big deal for businesses who are on Facebook and Instagram. It's not just some regular tool. It is the main hub for all your online stuff on Facebook and on Instagram. Now, why does this matter? Well, it brings all your Facebook and Instagram activities together in one dashboard. Yeah, that means that dealing with ads, with pages, teams, analytics and everything, and posting and planning your content all happens in one place. And the best part of this, it saves you tons of time and it keeps things simple. No more jumping between screens or jumping between applications. You can just focus on your business as you should be focused. Now, the Business Suite isn't just for you. It's good for your marketing team as well. So even if your team is spread out over multiple locations, it lets you work together. You can assign different responsibilities in the Meta Business Suite. It keeps everyone on the same page. It gives everybody access to the same content, the same ads, the same posts, and the same analytics data. So you can all work towards that same goal. But it's not about teamwork. There's a lot more in it. It's like having an advisor with you. It has tools that will give you how engaged your audience is with your ads, how you're doing on Facebook, how you're doing on Instagram, and it helps you turn your data into smart decisions. So, in simple terms, the Meta Business Suite is like the behind-the-scenes manager for your business in Instagram and Facebook. It is your go-to place for making things happen in a very smart way. Right, so what are you going to be talking about? We will be talking about what is the Meta Business Suite, and then I'm going to give you 4 demos. Demo 1 is setting up your Business Manager account. Demo 2 is navigating the Business Manager interface. Demo 3 is utilizing Facebook Insights for data-driven decisions. and demo 4, I'll share with you some info about how to collaborate and how to manage your team on the Business Suite. Okay, so let's get going. The Meta Business Suite used to be known as the Facebook Business Manager. In fact, Facebook Business Manager is still available. And I'll come back to that in a minute, the differences between the Meta Business Suite and the Meta Business Manager. But as launched in 2014, it now is a all-encompassing tool for advertisers, marketers, business owners, agencies to manage the Facebook and Instagram business that they are running. So there's a lot of good stuff about the Meta Business Suite. There's some good advantages and some good benefits that you can get from this. It makes handling your Facebook and Instagram account very easy. There's lots of functionality that you find in the Meta Business Suite to manage your accounts of Facebook and Instagram. It also allows you to manage your team smoothly. You can assign responsibilities to team members, making the communication and getting things done on Facebook and Instagram a lot easier. There's extensive analytics and insights that gives you lots of information about how you're performing on Facebook and Instagram, helping you to improve your activities. There is tight security with detailed control over who can do what on Facebook and Instagram. There are tools like chat and inbox that you can have to manage your communication with your customers. And being part of the Meta family, it links with other Meta platforms as well. Yeah, like audience management, advertising, messaging tools, and what have you. So it is your full package for your digital and your social media marketing game focused on Facebook and on Instagram. Good, so let's look at how to set up your Business Manager account. I'm going to walk you through setting up your business account, and then we're going to show you how that gives you access to your advertising, your pages, your teams, how you can post, etc. So if you go on Facebook, there are two places. There is the Facebook Business Manager and there is the Meta Business Suite, and that is a bit confusing. Yeah, so let's talk about the difference between the two. So the Facebook Business Manager and the Meta Business Suite are two different applications and they serve different purposes. Yeah, though the Facebook Business Manager is designed for businesses that rely on Facebook for their marketing and advertising efforts, while the Meta Business Suite is designed for businesses that want to manage their total online presence. Yeah, the Meta Business Manager is free and it helps you manage your Facebook page, the advertising and all your assets in one place. Once you have a Facebook business page, it is essential to have Meta Business Manager as further development of your Facebook and your Instagram. So the Business Manager allows you to create and track your ad campaigns that you are managing. It helps you access and control billing settings and create custom audiences for your ads. And you have the option to allocate specific tasks across your team. But it's very much focused on Facebook and the core functionality of managing your Facebook page. But the business, also by the way, the Business Manager gives you the ability to manage your Meta pixels or your Facebook pixels that you can use for retargeting. So everything you want to do with your Facebook page, you can do within the Facebook Business Manager. But Facebook learned, or Meta learned, that people wanted more. People wanted to manage their Instagram, do their posting, do their content calendar, so they needed more functionality. And that's where Facebook came out with the Meta Business Suite. That is a centralized area to manage your Facebook, your Instagram, your messaging in one place. So you can save time to manage your business and to manage your connections and develop relationships with more people. So cross-functionality is one of the Business Suite's most appealing features. So the ability to view all your social activities at a glance in one dashboard, manage multiple Facebook inboxes, and making your community management very simple to do. You can also create and schedule posts and stories on both Facebook and Instagram through the Meta Business, the Business Suite. And it's also a great tool for managing and tracking your page insights and tracking trends that can help you better understand your audiences. So in summary, Meta Business Suite is an application that should be used if you are looking for an easier way to post, engage with your communities across Facebook and your Instagram business accounts, where the Meta Business Manager is a site to be used if you're looking to run ad campaigns with a team, control your business account settings, and manage your Facebook page. So here are the two introduction screens. Here's the screen for the Business Manager that you will see, but what we're going to focus on today is the Meta Business Suite. So if I click here, it takes me to the welcome screen of the Meta Business Suite. It shows you the get started, gives you lots of functionality. It leads you to the advertising, lots of places where you can learn, where you can get support. Yep, and then here you find more information about the Meta Business Suite with case studies, how to get started, tips, and what have you. And everywhere you see that button, Get Started. Yeah, so definitely before you start with using the Meta Business Suite, go through this website to familiarize yourself with all the ins and outs of the Facebook or the Meta Business Suite. And when you're ready to start using the Meta Business Suite, you just click on the Start Now button, and that will take you to the dashboard of the Meta Business Suite. And this is your one-stop shop, as it were, that gives you access to all the functionality within the Meta Business Suite. So it's based on a page, yeah. So here you have a page that I own, which is Riyadh Farasha, is a place in Marrakesh that I have a website for, and a Facebook page and an Instagram page. And here you see the management place for the Riyadh Farasha on Facebook and on Instagram. So here you see the menu of functionality. So you see notifications, planner, content, insights, the inbox, monetization, advertising, and a lot more tools that you have access to. You have also got access to the settings here. And then here you have your your to-do list, manage your marketing content, how you can give you tips on how to explore more ways to grow your audience. And it's sort of the new center as well of new elements and new items and new functionality that you can find in the Meta Business Suite. Okay, so that is the screen that you will get when you already have an account. If you don't have an account, yeah, you go here on Riyadh, in the screen here, what you will get. Yeah, instead of seeing this screen, you will actually see this screen. Create a business account. Create a Meta business account. And there's a few things that you need to do here. First of all, you need to create your account. Second, you provide your business details. And third, you complete the verification. And once you've created or completed the verification, you're going to add your accounts, like your pages and your advertising accounts, and you're going to invite team members. And to close this, you're going to configure business settings and start verifying other features like your website, for instance. And then you are ready to start using your Facebook or your Meta Business Suite. So quickly, let's go through that. Yeah, so you're putting in your name, so that could be Mark's Riyadh. Yeah, you put in your contact info, that would be Mark Campman, and then very important, you're going to put in your email. And this email must be related to your Facebook page, of course, yes. So that is where they will, Facebook or Meta will connect your email with your Facebook page. And you will also need the Facebook or the email addresses from other people that you want to assign for a functionality on your Meta Business Suite. Okay, so that is how you create your business account. So then you're going to click, let me just put in here my email, you click create. Yeah, you're then coming to the next screen where you're going to start filling in more business information and where you're going to provide more business details. Yep, so here you see Mark's Riyadh. Then you can connect different pages to it. You can select relevant business assets like claim Facebook pages and accounts that are related to this business, or you can edit this section later as well. So that's how you can claim and link to your business account. So let's say we're going to add another Facebook page to this. I'm going to skip this for now. I can do this later. You're then going to add other business people to your business account if you want to. Yep, and we'll come back to that later when we're going to specify what type of people you're going to add to your account and what functionality you're giving them. I'm going to skip this. Yep, and then you're going to review and confirm. Okay, and once you've completed this, you're happy with this, you confirm, and then Facebook will verify this. And you will basically get an email. It will confirm your, well, let's see what happens if I press. Yes, so here you see how Facebook has set it up. Yeah, so now it's Mark's Riyadh business account. Here is the name, the account ID, and I can now add my business assets. I can invite people and I create an account. I can set up billing and payment for this account. I can set up the language settings. I can add partnerships, and I can add my business assets. In the meantime, I will have received an email from Facebook where I need to verify this account. So quite a comprehensive setup, but once you've done that, you are basically ready to add your assets and ready to run your Facebook pages or manage your Facebook and Instagram page through the Meta Business Suite. So let's go back to the Riyadh Farasha Meta Business Suite and let's go to the second demo, which is to navigate the Business Manager or the Business Suite's interface. This part of the demo is crucial. Yeah, understanding the layout, the tools and tabs is like unlocking the secrets for smoothly cruising through the Meta Business Suite. You want to know where things are and how to use them to make the most of this tool. So let's start with exploring the dashboard and think of this of your mission control. Yeah, the place where you get the big picture of what's happening with your Facebook and your Instagram pages. And then we'll peek into an ad account. This is where the magic happens with your ads and how to get familiar with using the ads, because that is critical in growing your Facebook and your Instagram presence. And of course, we'll look at the pages as well. Where do you manage your pages? Because they are the storefronts of your Facebook and your Instagram, and managing them well is essential to keeping your online presence on point. Now, there are other topics as well, like using at how do you post content, how do you plan your content, but we'll look at that at later demos. So let's start with the dashboard overall. Here on the left, you have your menu. If you click here on all tools, you get an extensive menu with all the functionality. And then here in the center, you have your dashboard. Dashboard with the look and feel of your page or your Instagram. Yep, and it will also give you the to-do list. it gives you draft posts that are in the process, and it gives you details of your marketing content, your planner, your post reels and your stories, and it gives you tips on how to grow your presence on Facebook and on Instagram. This is the home screen. Here you have notifications, are important, because this is where you get messages from things happening in your Facebook and your Instagram world. Here is your planner. It's a really cool tool where you can plan your content. Okay, here you have your content, here you have your insights, here you have back to the menu. Yeah, let's go back to the inbox. Here is your email inbox. Here is info about monetizing your Facebook, Instagram content through advertising. And what else have we got? We're talking about advertising, and here are all your tools, as we saw that. The tools are about getting active in your Facebook and your Instagram. So there's a section about creating posts and stories and ads and go live. Yeah, there is a section about engaging with your audience, a section about advertising. A very important part of your advertising are the audiences. There is about your commerce, Facebook commerce, which is selling products and services. Here is a section about managing all the details like your billing, safety, business apps, collaboration, file manager, page settings and what have you. And here is analyze and reports, which are ads reporting and insights. They're the most important ones. Yep, so that is in a nutshell. And then here you have search, there's help, and here you have settings, which is very important tool as well, because that's where you can specify the settings in using your Meta Business Suite. Right, so this is what the dashboard is all about. This is all about making your life easier and your business management game stronger. Yeah, so let's dig in there and let's go into a bit more details. There's dedicated areas for advertising and for your pages. Okay, so if I click here on the all tools, I show that there is dedicated areas for advertising on an ad level or even on an ad manager level. Yeah, and it's very important that you understand how you work with this. So click on these buttons, explore them. It's where the advertising magic happens. So it gives you kind of the back pass entrance to all your ads. When you want to check on your ads, want to tweak them or see how they're performing, this is the place where you want to go. So it is a must to understand how to use these ads. Yeah, and how to use the Ads Manager. We'll go later. This is a series of 3 videos. In the 3rd video, we're going to get more details on accessing the Ads Manager and the ads. Yeah, there's also the section on the pages. These are like the shop window of your Facebook and Instagram presence. Manage them well. Yeah, it's very important. If you go to the page settings, yeah, so it allows you to set the pages, the details of your pages, it sets the privacy for your pages, it sets the locations, you can link accounts, videos, branded content, lots of elements that you can set here for your pages. So go through that, make sure that you understand how to manage this. Okay, so it opened a new window, so I can just close that window to go back to my business manager, to my business suite, I have to say. Okay, so most important thing here, this dashboard gives you access to all the functionality of your Meta Business Suite. And a very important button to close this section with is on the settings. And in the settings, you can set up your language, billing, ad account settings. And you may have seen this earlier when we've set up the account in the Business Manager. Yeah, so if you want to revisit that, if you want to make changes, then you can do that here in the settings area. Now that you understand the dashboard, let's dig a bit deeper into a very important section in the Meta Business Suite, which are your Meta Insights. That is not just another tool. It is the data hub of your Facebook and Instagram presence, where you can get information about your audience, about how your pages are doing, and whether your advertising is achieving its objectives. It gives you kind of a cheat sheet for making decisions. You want to know about who your audience is, you want to know where they are. Insights gives you that data. You're curious about your Facebook page performance, check it out on the Insights. You want to know how your ads are performing, Meta Insights will give you the detail. So this is basically where you go to become a strategic thinker armed with real-time information about your Facebook and your Instagram presence. So let's have a look at this. Let's go to the Insights. Yeah, so heading over to the Meta page. So let's go to the All Tools. Yep, and there's two different ways of going there. You can access that through your page, or you can access it here through your Insights. And this is where you are going to get a gold mine of information about your presence on Facebook. Yeah, so, and it sorts it neatly into sections like page views, followers, engagement, and your content. You want to know how many views you got? Here you can see how many you got. You want to know how your ads are running? Here you can see how they are doing. You want to know your audience, you want to know more about your followers, about your Instagram followers. Here is where you can find all that information and all that knowledge. Now, these aren't not just numbers on a screen. These numbers, they tell you what is happening, and they can help you refining your Facebook strategy. It helps you to tweak your Instagram and your Facebook strategy, and it can help you in checking how your audience is responding. Yeah, it is really good information. So take, for instance, information about your audience. Yeah, it gives you the followers, it gives you on Facebook and Instagram. It also gives you detail about age and gender of your followers. It gives them where are they coming from. Yeah, the top cities or the top countries. So you can benchmark this data with competitors. Yeah, you can also look at your content. So the content is a very important one. This is probably, in my opinion, one of the most important tabs in the Meta Insights section. So this dissects your posts, and it shows you how each of your posts is doing when it comes to number of people reached, number of people that have seen the post, number of people that have seen the video. You can watch, split it by post and by stories. You can split it by, let's just do photo posts. No photo posts, mostly were video posts. Yep, and you can specify the columns here as well. So I want to see the type of posts. Yeah, so I can then apply, and it gives you lots of information here. You see on the videos how many minutes people viewed the post, how many impressions that you got, the reach of the post, and the most important one is the engagement on the post. And that is this button, is the reactions, likes, comments, and share. This is a critical column in your Facebook, your Facebook Insights. Yeah, if I order this from top down, yeah, so here then I see those posts with the highest engagement over the last 28 days. And this is where you can learn what posts work and what posts do not work. And that is golden information, because if you know this post works, then why not make more of those posts so people can, so you can get in similar engagement level, and overall it can help you in driving your engagement levels. So very useful reports. You can see what posts are stealing the show, what posts need a bit of tweaking, and it can help you in making sure that you hit the right content with the right people with the right content. So think about this tab, the content tab, as checking what posts work and what those posts don't work, and you can use that to optimize your posts for in the future. So there's a lot more in here. You can get audience information here as well, and we'll talk about that in a later demo on how to develop audiences in your Facebook, your Meta insights. Right, let's move on. Let's go to the fourth and final demo of this video, which is about collaboration and team management. Let's go back to the Meta Business Suite. In this demo, we'll dive into the world of collaboration and team management within your Meta Business Suite. So Meta Business Suite is not just an act for you. It's not a solo act. It is about getting your whole marketing team on Facebook, on the Meta Business Suite. Yep, and that can help you in kind of supercharging your management of your Facebook and your Instagram. So let's break down how you can add team members. Because teamwork is like the secret sauce that can really make your Meta Business Suite come to life. So it is very useful to get your team online. So it helps you keep people in the loop. You can assign specific roles. Yeah, so everybody knows what they're doing, what they're supposed to be doing when they get on the Meta Business Suite. And very important, even if your page is across, or if your team is across multiple locations, you can still work as a team in managing your Facebook and your Instagram. So let's go down to the basics. The first of this is building your team. So what you're going to do, you're going to move to the business settings. And here you see people. Yeah, already you here see an overview of the people that are available on this business account that can use. And there's currently one that is me, and I've done another one which is me on another email, and the invite has been sent, but I haven't accepted it. But let's go and click on invite. Let's first look here on the people button. That is basically, that leads you to this screen. If I click here on invite people, you can then go through a number of steps. Yeah, so in this section you can select people. Once you've selected those people, you can assign their access. You can assign business assets to those people. You can review the invitation, and then you can send it out. So let's go through this process. So we're going to enter the email. Again, we're going to do just myself. Yep, and I can get temporary access, or for the advanced option, I can remove, but I'm just doing it. Yeah, so this is actually quite useful, temporary access. For instance, if you want, like an agency, you want them to have a quick look at your Facebook insights, for instance, you can just give them temporary access for the day, and then you want to switch it off, yeah, on that particular time frame. We're not going to do that. I'm just going to click next. And then here you can specify the access that you want to give to this person. Yeah, so you can give the person partial access, or you can give the person full control. So partial access is they can only work on the tasks and the business assets assigned to them. Basic access, yeah, which was formerly the employee role, is the default access that everyone gets when they are added. Okay, so that is what you can set. You can integrate with apps and different integrations like the Facebook Pixel, that people can view them and manage them. I'm not going to do this in this case. Or you can give somebody full control, which is like an admin role. Yeah, so that would be the business admin role, and they can manage everything, including settings, people, tools, business assets. They can delete the business account. Yeah, so does not include the advanced options. So you need to be careful with this, but once you give somebody full control, yep, then they are basically an admin for that. So click shared, then there you can also look at the financial information like transactions, invoices, account spent and payment method. So that could be for your finance manager, for instance. So I am just going to be full control. Yeah, so I'm happy with that. No, let's not do this. I am actually none. I'm just going to be a basic control, and I click next. I can then assign business assets. So there is the Facebook page, there is the ad account. I can assign products, I can assign the Instagram account, the commerce account, I can assign pixels, data sets. So lots of stuff that I can assign here. Okay, so the Facebook page and the Instagram account. That's what I want this person to be assigned. I can then review. Business assets not assigned. Assign business assets. I then here probably need to specify, I can manage the content. Yeah, so insights, ads. Oh, select the business asset. So the Riyadh for Russia page. Yep, I can then assign content, community activity, ads, insights, and leads. Okay, that's all I want to get, and then I'll click next. And then I'm going to send an invitation to mark@markcampman.com, and as soon as I accept the invitation, I will then show up on this list, as we saw here, yeah, and accept it, and I am then part of the team that manages the Facebook or the Meta Business Suite for this particular page. Right, so that's a wrap, an introduction to the Meta Business Suite. Let me summarize. Yeah, the Meta Business Suite is a one-stop shop for managing your business presence on Facebook and on Instagram. It was formerly known as the Facebook Business Manager. Facebook Business Manager is still available. No new developments, but it's great if you just manage a Facebook page and want to manage your advertising. If you want to do more, if you want to manage everything on your Facebook and Instagram accounts, from your page, your advertising, your messaging, your content, you name it, then the Meta Business Place is there to streamline your communication and getting valuable insights through the Meta Insights. And that empowers your business to fully utilize all the functionalities that Facebook and Instagram have to offer you, and it enables you to make informed decisions on real data on how to optimize your Facebook and Instagram to be successful. And if you want to know more about this, there will be 2 more videos to come on the Meta Business Suite in this series of 3 videos. In the second video, we will be talking about posting and planning your content on Meta Business Suite. And in the third video, we're going to be looking at advertising, more details about insights, and we're going to be looking at making money on Facebook and Instagram by managing your commerce through the Meta Business Suite. Posting, scheduling, and publishing through the Meta Business Suite. But before we go into that, as usual, I am Mark Campman. I'm your digital navigator for this video. And if you like the video, then please subscribe to our channel by clicking below. Before delving into the details, let's talk about the pivotal role of the Meta Business Suite. It serves as the central control hub for businesses using Facebook and Instagram. And it's more than just a tool. It manages their entire digital presence on Facebook and on Instagram. It consolidates all elements of your presence into a unified dashboard, simplifying the management of your ad account, your pages, and your team collaboration. And this streamlining saves you a tremendous amount of time. It also minimizes complexity, so you can focus your attention on those business matters that work for you best. Now, in the previous video, we talked about how to set up an account on the Meta Business Suite and how to navigate the dashboard and how to collaborate by setting up other users in your account. In today's video, we're going to look at another topic, and that is the topic of how to use the Meta Business Suite to create and plan your posts and your stories. So in the demo, we're going to cover the following topics. We're going to look at how do you create a post on Facebook and on Instagram? How do you plan your content and how do you use the content calendar? What are the notifications that you need to work on and that you can set up, and where do you set them up in the Meta Business Suite? We'll look at the inbox, the messages and comments, and how you can automate responses. And then finally, we'll dig a bit deeper into the stories. How can you create stories using the Meta Business Suite? There are many social media posting and planning tools, like Hootsuite, like Soho Social, Buffer, Sprout Social. They all work really well, and they allow you to schedule and manage posts on your social media channels, on Facebook, on X, on Instagram, and many other platforms. However, there are various reasons why you want to choose the Meta Business Suite for your posting over other platforms. First of all, Meta Business Suite is developed by Meta, ensuring a seamless integration with Facebook and Instagram, and making sure that you can leverage all the functionality in Facebook and Instagram within your posting in the Meta Business Suite. Also, content published through the Meta Business Suite may have a slight advantage in the algorithmic reach on Facebook and Instagram. Basically, Facebook will reward you for using Meta Business Suite to post your content by giving you a wider reach for your post. It also gives you access to new features and updates within Facebook and Instagram faster than other tools like Hootsuite. They offer better security measures and compliance with platform policies within the Meta Business Suite, and direct access to support is available within the Meta Business Suite as well. So that will expedite your issues resolution. So Facebook, the publishing facilities within the Meta Business Manager, they are designed specifically for Facebook and Instagram. So that makes it much friendlier, easier for you to use than some of the other platforms. Good. So let's delve into the posting and publishing on Facebook and Instagram. Let me go to the real life dashboard. So here you see the dashboard, and let me first show you how to create a post. There are various routes that you can use to create a post. There is here the create post. You can also go through the planner, you can go through the content. So there are various ways that you can get into. But let me show you the create post, the simple approach. I'm clicking here, create post, and I'm then getting to the basic screen for creating a post. So here you see all the elements that you need to do. So first of all, you're going to specify the platform that you want to post. And I've selected here Facebook and Instagram. I can then add the photo. I can use a template, and here I can use specific text. And then here I see the scheduling options.
I can set my privacy settings, and here you see the preview either in the Facebook feed or in the Instagram feed. So I'm going to add a photo. I can actually upload from the desktop or add from the file manager. We'll look into the file manager in a bit, but I'm clicking upload from desktop. And then here I can go to, let's say, for Russia, picking this photo. The photo is now being uploaded. And here I see what the post is going to look like. Then here I can add the text and I can say winter promotion in Riyadh for Russia. I see here how the text is being added. So I can completely see how the post is being set up. I can add all the stuff that I can add on Facebook as well. I see the Facebook feed preview. I can go for the Instagram feed preview. I can look at the desktop and the mobile version. So it's a fully featured posting platform within the Meta Business Suite. So now a few things, of course, before finalizing the post. Take advantage of this preview feature in the Business Suite. So make sure that your visuals and your caption displays as intended and that there are no formatting issues. So making sure that the post looks exactly like you want it to look. And then when you're happy with the post, you click either publish or you can say finish later. So I can also schedule the post. So I'm clicking here, publish, and then the post will be published. This may take a moment, or you can set here your scheduling options. So you see now that the post is published. But I'm going to delete it in a minute because I don't want this post to go live. So if I want to create that post, I can also say the scheduling options and I can set a date and a time for my post. Okay, so that gives it to you in a nutshell. And what we're going to do now is let's look at this file manager in a bit more detail. The file manager is a tool that Meta Business Suite has put together to allow you to add and organize your assets for your business account. Assets like your photos, like your ads, like videos, etc. So with File Manager, you can collaborate on files and folders, you can assign access to creative assets, and you can plan your content more efficiently. So you can manage your image and video files for use in your posts or your stories or your videos. You can upload multiple assets at the same time for later use. You can create albums to organize and access your creative assets. And you can share your assets with other people in your team. So how do you access the file manager? You can go here to All Tools. And then within the All Tools, you see here File Manager. So click on that, and that takes you to your File Manager where you can create folders and where you can add sort of creatives in your folder. So if I go to this folder and I can check the folder, and here you see one of the assets that I've added into this file manager. Clicking here, I can straightly bring it into my creative posts. So I can use it to create a story or I can delete it. I can look at my folder setting. Here you can see which people have access to the folders. I can assign partners to the folders. I can edit these folder permissions. So very useful tool, and particularly if you have lots of assets for your products, then this can be a very helpful tool in managing those assets. So that takes me then a step deeper to the Content tab in the Meta Business Suite as well. That is where you can find all your published and drafts and scheduled posts, including your reels, your video posts, your stories, your photos, and your live videos. You can see what is published, what is scheduled, what is draft, what is expiring, what is expired. Yeah, you can add your reels, you can even export the data and still access to your create post or your create reel. Here you can see the date published of the post. You can see the status of the post, if it has been boosted or not. Yeah, if it was the distribution for the post, how many, you see then some statistics on the posts as well. And we'll dive deeper into the insights later in the third video, but here you can already see the impressions, the reach, the players, and very important, the reactions, the engagement that you had on the different posts. So very useful tool. Yeah, so you can, within this tool, you can manage your post, you can create posts as well. And there's also access here to your A/B tests if you want to test posts on their effectiveness. You can also, within the content, and I like that, you can see your feed and your grid. Yeah, so here you see your Facebook feed. This one is that I've just published, although I've deleted it as well. But yeah, and here you see your Instagram feed. You can see your mentions and your tags, so it's almost like managing your feed as well. And here you see your collections within your file manager, like Facebook photos, playlists, and series that you can created. Very useful tool that you can use to manage your content together with the file manager. Right, so that concludes the posting element. Yeah, let's now go into the next level of managing your posts, and that is through the planner. The planner can be accessed by clicking the planner button here on the menu in the Meta Business Suite dashboard. So if I click on the planner, yeah, you can access your your content dashboard. And within this dashboard, you can have a total overview of what you have posted and what you're going to post. And you can see some basic information about your different posts as well. Yeah, and it's a very useful visual tool to plan your content and to plan ahead of your content. So you click on the planner tab as I mentioned. Yeah, it also features this calendar that helps you plan, schedule, and visualize what content you want to share and when you want to share it. You can also use this calendar to coordinate your content with holidays and special events, what is going on. And you can also use it to manage your creative access, your creative assets. Yep, so here you see the goals that you can specify. You can add goals. Yeah, so here, for instance, I want to increase reach. You can specify that for a specific period. And then here you see how you fare against reaching the objective of the goal that you've set. There's also the moments. Now, unfortunately, moments does not work in most of the markets. Currently, it's only working in the US. So here you will see what sort of events are coming up, like holidays, national events, or you can specify your own events. And that's always good with your posting of your content, because you can then relate your content to the events that are relevant in your market. So you can look at your content type, yeah? So you can have all your content showing in your calendar, or you can look at your stories, your reels, or your ads. And here you can specify, set it by week or by month. And it gives you, as I said earlier, a fantastic overview of what you have done and what you're going to do. It also, and that's what I really like about it, gives you a library of the posts that you have done in the past. So the content calendar, yeah, is very important. It's also called an editorial calendar. It's used by the marketing team to plan and schedule your content across your Facebook and your Instagram. So it serves as a roadmap for your social media marketing strategy, and it makes sure that you will be consistent and cohesive with your posting. Yeah, and it's a very important tool that marketing teams are using. Some key elements of your calendar. Yeah, it outlines the type of content you plan to share. That's number one. Yeah, it helps you scheduling. It includes the specific dates and times for when your posts will be, or for when your content will be published. Yeah, so you can schedule it forward as well. What are the posts that you are planning in the coming months? Good content calendars have an integration of your different social media channels. Yep, so that is very useful because then you can select and show the posts for each sort of channel that you're using. The calendar often includes themes or topics for postings. Yeah, so you have a diverse range of content that you're scheduling. There's also alignment with your campaigns in your content calendar. So it aligns with your broader marketing campaigns or events. So your social media efforts, they're really contributing to it, to sort of achieving your marketing objectives. Good content calendars, they have collaboration features. So multiple team members can contribute or review. So you can coordinate your efforts across your posting. And by planning and scheduling your content in advance, yeah, it's just a matter of efficiency. It helps streamline your content creation and your posting process. And finally, a good content calendar helps with the communication within your marketing team. So everybody is aware of what is being scheduled, what posts are coming, and they can plan their tasks accordingly. Now that we looked at the publishing and planning side of your content and your posts, let's look at the notifications. A very important part of your Facebook and Instagram presence. And fortunately, Meta Business Suite allows you to receive notifications related to your Facebook and your Instagram business accounts, whether you get those on messaging or whether you get them on your email. So what are notifications? They are kind of alerts or messages that inform people, yeah, and it's mainly you, of course, and your marketing team that are working on the Meta Business Suite as well, about specific activities, updates, or interactions with the Meta Business Suite platform. So what are the features of the notifications in the Meta Business Suite? So here we go into the notifications button that we can access through the Meta Business Suite menu. So click on notifications. Yeah, so first of all, you can customize your notifications. Yeah, so you can customize the notification preferences based on your settings and your priorities. You can receive real-time updates on relevant activities, so that keeps you in the loop, and you can explore the advanced notification settings. And in the advanced notification settings, you can tailor your notifications based on specific activities, so you can be prompt sort of messages about events that are critical to your business. So here's the overview. Yeah, so here there's no new notifications. Here are the other notifications that are coming in. These are notifications from within your Facebook or your Instagram. Here you can filter your notifications. Yeah, so you can have set for action needed, message reminders, comments, recommendations, notifications only for Facebook or Instagram or your business account. Here you can set mark as read, and here you have the settings of your notification. And here you can specify what notifications you want to have. And most notifications that will go within your team, your marketing team, will go through email. Yeah, so you can set notifications for Facebook, for your page, for messages, for comments, for announcements, for suggestions, other communications like tags, like shares. And here are, you can set your business email notifications for business permissions, roles, ad accounts, pixels, and more. Yeah, so that goes quite deep. So let me dig a bit deeper in the type of notifications you can get via your email. That could be activity alerts. Yeah, so they include alerts about activities on your business pages, like new likes, comments, or shares. There can be page insights, so users may receive notifications about insights and analytics related to the performance of the business page. There could be alerts on Messenger interactions. Yeah, so if you use the Messenger for customer communication, you may receive notifications about new customer messages. Could be alerts or notifications around ad campaign updates. So information about your ad performance, the budget charges or budget changes, or other ad campaign related events. There could be page management alerts, yeah, important actions or changes related to the management of your business page. There could be platform announcements from Meta. Yeah, they may use the notifications to communicate important platform announcements, updates, or changes. There could be notifications related to security. And finally, notifications around events and reminders. So a very useful tool to use. Important to make sure that you set the right preferences and make sure that you check it regularly. Yeah, what the notifications are that you are getting in. Besides the notifications, another important area is your inbox. And within your inbox, you have your messages, you have your comments, and your automated responses. So you can access that by clicking on the inbox in your menu. Yeah, and Meta Business Suite, they offer several features related to this communication and engagement within your inbox. They enable your business to effectively manage your communication and your engagement on Facebook and on Instagram. So a centralized inbox is very handy that you can have that, because it streamlines your responses and it makes sure you respond timely and consistently with your audience. So if you look at the menu, your centralized hub as it were, this is where you can manage your entire inbox. You can look at just the messages, Messenger, Instagram, yeah, on WhatsApp, Facebook comments, Instagram comments. Yep, so here you see all the messages, whether it's unread, if it needs follow up. You can label it. Here is the filters that you can specify. Here you see the people that communicate with you. Then here you see the community, or the sort of the communication that is being done. So really useful. If I go here to myself, yeah, what you see for the users as well that have enabled that, you can see their profile details as well. And you can set a label, could be like a new customer or a prospect. You can add labels. Yeah, so that can be like a mini sort of CRM system to manage the communication with your prospects, for instance. Yes, so that is the inbox. So, and that is sort of the dashboard that you have for your inbox. So again, we'll look at your messenger. Yeah, so that's all the private messages that you received within your Facebook and Instagram business account. The comments, they focus on comments that you get within your Facebook or your Instagram business page. So this is where you can efficiently monitor and respond to comments. So that can really help you with developing your engagement with your audience. So what I really like about the inbox is that you can also set up automations. So you can set up automated responses to messages that you received within your inbox. So they can be customized and triggered based on specific keywords, based on greetings or specific questions that you get. And they are very useful to provide instant replies and manage your customer inquiries efficiently. So they can be configured to acknowledge receipt of a message or provide basic information or guide users to relevant sources, relevant resources. So let's have a look. If I click on the automations, then here you see there is basically a library of automations that you can set up. And some here you can see the ones that you have already set up and that you have activated. So for instance, I have already activated an instant reply, or I've activated identify unanswered messages. My away message is not on, or I can create an automation. And then here you see the library of kind of templates that you can choose from. You can greet people, share information, organize messages, send a confirmation, or follow up. So you start with templates. So it is not a huge library of templates that you have, but at least it allows you to look at specific sort of common sort of scenarios that you can face, and you can set sort of automations for those. Right, let's go back and let's go to the final demo in this video, and that is take a bit of a deeper look into creating stories. So stories offer a very dynamic and engaging format for content sharing. Because of their temporary nature and their interactive features and prime placement, don't forget that. It makes them a very valuable tool for businesses that want to enhance the engagement on their social media presence and connect with their audiences and make the content more authentic and immediate. Stories also help increasing the visibilities because they appear at the top of a user's feed. So that provides prime real estate for visibility, and it makes it more likely that users will see your content and engage with your content. And there are lots of engagement opportunities. Stories are designed to be interactive, with features like polls, questions, quizzes, swipe up, links, and it connects with your audience in a much more engaging way. So let's have a look at the stories, how you create them. So here we say create story. What I like about stories is that they provide the opportunity to share kind of raw, unfiltered content to your users. So you can give your followers a behind the scenes look at your business or the personal life, and makes your posts a lot more authentic. So you can build stronger relations with your audience. There's also a thing like FOMO, as we call it. It's the fear of missing out. Because of the temporary nature of stories, they typically last for 24 hours, it creates a sense of urgencies. So you encourage users to check your stories regularly because they feel, I don't want to miss anything that you are posting in your stories. it's kind of known that people, for instance, on Instagram will spend more time in the stories than in the news feed. Yep, and businesses use that. Businesses know that stories, their algorithm, they often prioritize stories, making them more likely to appear on the user's feed. So, and another big feature of stories, by the way, is the highlights feature, particularly on Instagram. So you can create story highlights, which are collections of past stories that you can feature on your profile permanently. So that is a fantastic way to showcase important information or key aspects of your brand. I always say it's like the menu of your website. Yeah, you can actually have that in the highlights on your Instagram. So, and finally, the power of stories is also that they offer advertising opportunities, both in Facebook and in Instagram. So, businesses can use that to reach a broader audience and promote products or services. Of course, it's not as user friendly as on the mobile, but at least you have some functionality on the that you can have on the mobile as well. So add photo video, we're going to go with the same photo here, open. Yep, so here you see the photo and here you see how the story is being uploaded. Yep, so you can then add your text as well. So you can click edit. Yep, so here you can see I can crop, I can text, or I can add stickers. So let's add text. So the text will be, I'm going to put it here. Yeah, so winter promotion. Yeah, put that here. And then we have text is blue or text is red. Let's make it yellow. Here we go. Font I can choose. Yep, and then I can say, let's stick with that. And here I can say I'm going to add a sticker as well. Yes, so you have a whole library of stickers. It is, again, not as advanced as you have on the mobile, but at least you can do a bit on the, so then I can click apply. I can add my multiple media, of course. I can schedule it, I can share it straight away, or I can schedule it, and I can set my privacy settings as well. So really good functionality within the Meta Business Suite. So create the stories here or create them on Facebook or Instagram itself on the mobile. But at least you have some functionality on that here as well to leverage the power of the stories. There are two additional items in the all tools that you need to be aware of that can help you with your content creation and your content planning. If I click here on all tools, then in the menu you will see here sound collection. Sound collection is a fantastic tool to enhance your video and audio content with free music or sound effects that you can use in your posts. And it's a hidden sort of secret in the Meta Business Suite, but it gives you a great collection of hundreds of sound files that you can add to your videos or your photos or your stories. And there you can sort by genre, by mood, by duration, by vocals, by tempos. You can add it to favorites. There is, as you can see here, over 13,282 soundtracks in there that you can use, and they're all free of charge. So there's tracks, there's sound effects, and it is very handy little tool that you have in the Meta Business Manager. So the other one that I want you to be aware of, if I go back home and back into the old tools, is the Collaboration Center. So here in the Manage, you see your Collaboration Center, and that is where you can sort of structure your partnerships with brands and with influencers. So you can sort of assign brands and partners that you want to collaborate with on your posts. And with the whole growth in the influencer marketing area, this is a very useful part that you can set up to manage those relationships.
We're going to talk about the Meta Business Suite commerce, the advertising, and the insights that you can get out of it. We're going to talk about what it is, how it works, how do you use it, what are the pros, what are the cons, and I'll give you some tips and tricks. And we will talk about what the future holds for the Meta Business Manager. Now, I'm Mark Kempman, I'm your digital navigator for this video. And as usual, if you like the video, then subscribe to our channel by clicking down below. But before delving into the details, let's talk about the pivotal role of the Meta Business Suite. This suite serves as the central control hub for businesses that use Facebook and Instagram. And it's more than just a tool. It manages your entire digital presence on Facebook and Instagram. No more need to use other tools. Yeah, you can now do it all within the Facebook and Instagram world. It's essential for efficiency. It consolidates all the elements of your Facebook and Instagram presence into one unified dashboard. It simplifies the account management of your ad accounts, your pages, and the team collaboration. So that it does not only save you time, but it also reduces the complexity, allowing you to focus on what really matters for you, and that is your business. So it's a collaborative workspace where you can enable your colleagues to work with you as well on your Facebook and your Instagram, and thereby it ensures that everybody is aligned, contributing collectively to achieving your business goals. So it's a suite of tools with lots of valuable insights like audience management, audience engagement metrics, like ad performance. Yeah, and it is a one-stop shop to manage everything you need to do in managing your Facebook and your Instagram. Now, we've been through various areas of it, like we looked at the dashboard, we looked at the posting, scheduling, managing your content. We found a treasure of tools and functionalities. And in today's session, we're going to look at 3 specific areas. We're going to dive into the Commerce Manager, and we're going to be talking about some very important changes that Meta has announced in 2023 about managing your shop. We're going to look at Facebook and Instagram ads. I'm going to show you the process of creating an ad and how to manage your audiences. And then we're going to conclude the video with a demo about the Facebook and Meta insights that you can get. Right, let's kick off demo 1, the Commerce Manager. Now, it's important to understand that Meta has made some very important announcements in managing your Facebook shop. In response to the current economic downturn, Meta is investing heavily in AI and automation tools to boost campaign performance through shop advertising and the Meta Advantage suite of ads. And we'll come back to that in a little bit, what that means. But it means that shops are scaling down in functionality, but promoting your products through advertising is kind of scaling up in Facebook and Instagram. So the shop ads are going to be consolidated under the Meta Advantage, and they facilitate easier shop setup with in-app checkout. Yeah, so particularly for the markets where you already have checkout functionality within the Facebook app, this is a very important announcement. That although the shop is going to sort of be defocused, the advertising of your products is going to get more center stage, and thereby you can promote more of your products to your target audiences. Now, new shop tools that are coming out, like ratings, reviews, they're being tested. And support for shops without checkout, and that's very important to understand. If you haven't got a checkout functionality in your shop, yep, and that will be in most of the countries, except in the US and I believe in India, the support for the shops will be discontinued, with a focus on helping the US businesses in adding the checkouts to their existing shops. Basically, what Meta is doing is to optimize the whole shopping experience in the US market and then rolling that out across other markets. Which means that some of the shop functionality and opening up a new shop in Facebook in other markets like Europe and like Asia is going to be limited. So this strategic change aims to optimize the shopping experiences, support businesses, and learn from the experiences in the US before a global rollout. So remember, as I said, discontinued support for shops without checkouts in various markets like Europe and Asia. And for those markets, you can start increase your focus on personalized ads, reels, and messaging. And in the US, the emphasis is on aiding businesses in implementing the checkout with support for shops linking to a website until sort of first quarter of 2024. So now this is clear, let's start with looking at the Meta Commerce Manager. Yeah, the Commerce Manager is the essential core of your online store, and it simplifies all your store tasks with a user-friendly interface. So it enables you to manage your products, to process your orders, and deliver excellent customer service to your customers who buy your products. Now, by centralizing all e-commerce activities, Meta Business Commerce Manager helps you to focus on selling your product through Facebook and Instagram. And that is, of course, a fantastic opportunity that you have to add an additional sales channel to your current sales operation. So let's get into the demo. So here we see the Meta Business Suite portal, and to get into the Commerce Manager, we go to down here, we look at all the tools, and then we see here down here the Commerce button. We click on there, and this takes you to the Commerce Manager interface. And here is your dashboard. Yeah, so here you see the overview, but it gives you access to activities like adding products to your catalog, like customizing your shop or publishing your shop. It gives you shop insights. It gives you things to do on your catalog, your shop's offers that you have. It gives you your top products, so it gives you some basic insights. It gives you your top tagged content, and there may be some questions you have that you can get answers from through the FAQ. So here you see the important elements of managing your shop. There is your catalog, that's where you start, of course. Yeah, there is the different shops you may have, and you can manage your shops here. You can run promotions. You can promote your product through ads. You can get insights. You may have a to-do list with things to optimize your shop, and here you go to the settings. Yeah, of course, always important to start with the settings, and you can have a look at the details of your shop. There's the general settings of your shop, yeah, like your account info, like your email. There is your localization of your shop, but you can specify the currency, the language, the product details, the shipping information. You have the settings for your catalog, for your business assets, for your checkout method. Permissions, very important. You can assign permissions to different users, colleagues in your organization or your agency. yeah, what they can do within the Commerce Manager. And then there is your customer support, where you can manage your claims, your chargeback email address details, shop contact information, and what have you. Right? So that's important to understand all the different items that you can go through within your Commerce Manager. So let's go and let's add a product. Yeah, so first you're going to do here back to your home, to your overview. Yeah, and there are various ways that you can start adding products to your catalog. Yeah, so you can here add products to your catalog directly here. Yep, and then there is the catalog menu here where you can set items, have product sets, the data sources, where are your products coming from. Yeah, and then there's the events as well that you can specify. Okay, so let's go quickly here. At one item is very important, that is the data sources. Basically, where are your products coming from? Yeah, now here you get from your current product catalog, you see here what the status is of your catalog. Yeah, and particularly when products come in from a commerce site like Shopify, there may be issues with various products that you need to have a look at. But here we can click on add an item or add an item here. Yes, so I'm just going to click here in general, add an item, and here you see the different ways that you can add a product. It can be done through a data feed, it can be done manually, or it can be done through a pixel. Yeah, that you can bring it in through a pixel from another website. So look at the manual. Yeah, so if I'm just going to click here on manual, then here you see the manual. Let's have a look. Here you see the manual process for adding a product. Yep, so you can just click a new item. Well, here is an item. You can add an image for your item. You can add a title, a description, a website link, the price for your product. You can add a sales price, a Facebook product category, condition of the product, availability, the status. Yeah, so lots of stuff that you can add here for your product. And once you've done that, yeah, you then just click upload items. So back in your dashboard, you can then click here on manage your catalog. And this is where you can see all the products in your catalog and the status and what the stock availability and the price. And of course, if you have hundreds of products, you may want to set some filters, yeah, check on attributes for your products. Yep, so that is how you can add products to your catalog and how you can manage your catalog as well. So another way to upload your items is through a data feed. And that's a very important one. Yeah, so you can actually just enter Google Sheets, yep, and you can download a template of the format for the Google Sheets that you want to upload with your product information. But you can also enter a URL from a server or a hosting website. And this URL is very important when you want to work with external e-commerce stores, like for instance Shopify. The process there is that you would download kind of a Facebook app within your Shopify account, and that sets the connection with between Shopify and the Facebook commerce, the Facebook shop. Or there may be other e-commerce platforms where they will actually give you a URL. And that's where you can add a URL, and that sets a link. And the good thing often about these solutions is that there will be a live link between your e-commerce platform and your Facebook shop. That means when there is changes in your product catalog in your e-commerce platform, it will automatically be uploaded in your Facebook commerce data source or your Facebook commerce catalog. Right, back to the overview. So let's look at how you can edit your shop. Now, remember the recent store changes. Yeah, so in most markets, you can no longer create a new shop, but you can edit an existing shop. And in some markets where there is the in-app checkout functionality, like in the US, you will still be able to create new shops and manage your shops. So let's click here on shops. And here you see the shop that I have. Yep, and it's here I can see the live shop. So here you see how the shop looks like. Yep, so I can look at the products and I can look at the categories. I can search within the shop. Here you see a version history. Yep, or I can close this and I can edit my shop. I can edit the layout of the shop and I can edit the settings of the shop. So here you see the home page. I can look at collections. I can optimize the layout. I can add banners for offers. I can add a carousel of products or collections to the carousel. And here I can have suggestions for you. Yeah, or a dynamic product, and it serves the product that is relevant for the customer. Yep, but remember, this is going to scale down in the future. Yeah, you will no longer be able to see a shop, and actually on most sort of Facebook pages, you already see that many Facebook pages have already removed the shop because of the limited functionalities that you have these days. Okay, so that is the shop that you can edit in the layout, and here in the settings you can edit the visibility, the inventory, the website content, the categories. Yep, and again, lots of stuff that you can manage here. The final thing we want to do in the Facebook Commerce is to see how we can do a promotion. Yep, and if we go back to the Commerce Manager and the dashboard of the Commerce Manager, we can click here on Promotions, and here you see Offers. And this is where we can create offers, and we can see an overview of our active offers, our scheduled offers, and offers that expired. So let's have a look at the Create Offer functionality. Click on this, and here you can see your offer category. So I can have an amount of, I can do a sale, I can do a free shipping, I can do a buy product X and get product Y. Here's the name of your offer, and here you can see the different, if you want to use a promo code. If you don't want to use a promo code, then you tick this, or you can get a code that people have to enter. And here you see the summary of the offer. So we're going to give the name of the offer is Spring Promotion. Yep, no other changes, it's an automatic. Yes, so no other details up here to enter. Here we do the type. Are we doing a percentage off or a flat amount? So let's say we're doing a 20% discount. Here you can select your products. We can say apply to the entire shop or select some specific products. I'm going to do it for the entire shop. And then I can do include products that already have a sales price, or I can not include them. The offer applies only once per item, or I can say let's do it per order. Here you see what the offer would look like. Yep, and here you can set the start date and the end date of your offer. If I'm happy with all these settings, I can then click here, Create Offer, and then the offer will be live on my shop. Okay, here is the here's the summary. So the offer is being created. It gives you some tips. So you can feature the offer in the shop. There's the offer details. Yeah, the discount ID, the visibility, the start date. We haven't specified an end date. Yeah, for all the customers, we can look at the customers, the product, and then we see it's for all products. And then if we're happy with this, we'll just click cancel. Yeah, so that concludes the promotion, and you see how simple it is to add a promotion. So now let's look at the last section I want to cover in the Commerce Manager, and that is the advertising that you can schedule in the Commerce Manager. Now let's talk about Advantage Plus. You may have heard me talking about that earlier in this video, where it talks about the changes that Facebook announced in 2023 in the Commerce Manager. So what are Advantage Plus catalog ads? They have been launched on August the 15th in 2023 for e-commerce and retail advertisers, really helping them enhance the ad efficiency. So the Advantage Plus ads, they use AI and machine learning, where they automatically sort of create up to 150 creative combinations of the ads. So it eliminates manual steps in the ad creation, allowing advertisers to learn much more efficiently which ads work and which ads don't work, and how to maximize their budget efficiently. So the rollout of Advantage Plus provides advertisers with new and innovative ways to optimize campaigns. And thereby you can get fantastic new insights that can help in developing your advertising strategies. Small businesses will also be able to use Advantage Plus Creative and Advantage Plus Audience to create ads through their Facebook page. So it's not just through the Commerce Manager, but small businesses can take advantage of it as well. So it's about creating a personalized audience based on your page detail and automatically adjust over time to help you reach more and relevant customers for your ads. So here you can see what you can do. So if you want to get started with Advantage Catalog ads, so you can add your products, you can set up tracking through a pixel, and then you can create your ad. And if I click on Create Ad, you want to know which ad account you would like to advertise with, and then you select in this case, the Riyadh for Russia, and then that takes you to your advertising setup. And this basically is a subset of the Facebook or the Meta advertising platform that we will go through in a minute once we've concluded the Commerce Manager section. Yep, so that's what I want to say about the ads. And then finally, let's look at the insights. So here in the insights, you can get details, knowledge, information about your catalog, your performance, your audiences, your tagged content. You can get in details about awareness, and there is the helicopter overview of your shop performance as well. Well, we had very little activity in our shop because we have basically no real shop in this Facebook account. But here again, you will get all the details about your shop if you have a full operating shop within the Commerce Manager. Right, that concludes the Commerce Manager. So now let's look at the advertising on Instagram and Facebook that you can manage through the Meta Business Suite. And we'll go there by various ways you can go into the advertising. So Facebook or Meta is very keen to get you to advertise. So you see in your feed, you see posts that you can boost. Here on the basic menu, you go into advertising. Here, if you click on the All Tools, you can go to Ads, and these are all subsections of what you can do in the advertising. If you really want to go to the full advertising platform of Meta, you click here on Ads Manager. This is the dashboard of your account in the Meta Business Suite when it comes to advertising. You can see if there are problems with your advertising account. There is the payment methods that you can set. You can even create a Facebook page from here. You can verify your email address. And here you have access to the Ads Manager menu as well. And this is where you can have an overview of your campaigns. There is your ads reporting. Very important section is the audiences that you can create within your Ads Manager and target various audiences with your ads. There is in billing and payments and your ad account setting, and here is an overview to all the tools in the Ad Manager. Yeah, business settings, the integration with the Commerce Center, and lots of other stuff when it comes to your ads in Facebook and Instagram. So let's go to the campaigns. Yeah, what we want to do is to show you the powerful features in this demo of the Ads Manager when it comes to creating an ad in Facebook and in Instagram. Yeah, in this video, to take you through the entire Ads Manager, that would be too long. We'll do a separate video on that. But here I just want to give you a quick highlight on how easy it is to create a new campaign. So here you see the current campaigns that I have. Yep, so now I'm not running any campaigns, they're all in draft mode, but here you see the typical structure for a pay-per-click advertising campaign. You have campaigns, under campaigns you have ad sets, and under ad sets you have ads. And the ads, they inherit the settings of the ad sets, and the ad sets inherit the settings of the campaign. So in the campaigns you would set your budget, in the ad sets you would set your targeting, and here are the specific ads. So it's all related to each other, but it's a multi-dimensional approach in updating and managing your advertising campaigns in Meta. So let's create a new campaign, and then you'll see how it develops. So we want first to look at the campaign objective. Yeah, so based on what the objective is for your campaign, Meta will come back to you with the ideal settings for that particular objective. So it could be lead generation, it could be engagement, it could be driving traffic, like sending people to a destination like your website or an app or your Instagram profile. Great for getting link clicks, landing page views, etc. So let's click on traffic, and here I'm going to continue. So now it's going to ask me a number of questions. Yes, so, and I just have to go through those questions when it comes to the campaign, when it comes to the ad set, and when it comes to the ad. Yeah, so we have the campaign name, we have the special ad categories if you want to do. Yeah, so there are special categories that Facebook or Meta wants to know about, whether it's related to credit, employment, social issues, elections, yeah, because there may be different requirements. This was sort of set up after the, I think it was the 2018 elections in the US and the Brexit poll on how advertising was kind of abused to reach audiences with kind of false information. So now when you do advertise for social issues and elections or politics, then there are very specific requirements. Yeah, but we say they're not applicable. Here we go to the campaign details. Yeah, I can edit this. The buying type is an auction, so the highest bidder with the best quality ad will get the best position for the ad. You can change this as well. You can do by auction or by reservation, but that is where you will have to pay more. Yep, and then here's the campaign objective that we've set at the beginning of the process, which is objective of traffic. Yeah, you can then set, do you want to do testing for your ad? Yep, and you will let Facebook create different versions of your ad, and then it will run the different versions and it will look at what ad will give the best performance. And do you want to make it an advanced campaign budget? Yes, so it will distribute your budget across currently delivering ad sets to get more results. Yeah, but I'm going to leave that off and I'm going to click to next. So that's my campaign settings. We're then going to the ad set. And in the ad set, you're going to look at your conversion location. Would that be your website or a landing page, an app on Messenger or your Instagram profile? So let's send traffic to my website. Yep, and then here you see your estimated daily results, how many people you will reach and how many link clicks. I'm going to set the performance goal. I want to maximize the number of clicks. Yeah, what would I want to do? Yeah, to spend, what do I want to spend basically? I can say I'm going to spend, let's say, $1 or £1 in this case per result goal. I can have more options here. I can say different bid strategies that I can have. Yeah, I can say what is the maximum spend or what is the cost per result goal. What am I prepared to spend per kind of click, as it were. Yeah, I'm going to leave it at that. And here you have dynamic creative. Yeah, I can also leave this blank, by the way, because I have my budget setting further down below. So dynamic creative, I would just provide creative elements such as images and headlines, and then Meta will automatically generate the perfect ads for you. A very interesting process. I'm going to leave it off for now because I want to show you how an ad may look like and how you can develop that. So my daily budget, I'm setting it at £20 a day. Yep, here's the start date and I can set an end date. Yeah, so I'm going to set the start date a bit further. Yeah, because I don't want it to start and send the target date. Don't need to send an end date. Yep, and here's the budget and scheduling. You can now schedule budget and greases on certain days. I'm not going to do that at the start of the campaign because I want Facebook, or Meta in this case, decide what works best for me. Yep, so and then ad scheduling I can specify, but again I'm going to run all the ads at the same time. And then here you have your audience controls. So this is set criteria for where ads can be delivered. So this is, we have sort of location, we have age, we can look at existing custom audiences that we have created over time. I can look at audience suggestions. Yep, so that is part of the Advantage Plus audience that I created, that I discussed with you earlier. Yep, and here you have your placements, and there is let Meta decide for you where your ad is going to be shown. Or you can decide for manual placement. Yep, and then is the more placement you select, the better it is. Yeah, but we'll let the Advanced Plus. Yeah, show more options here. There's brand safety and suitability. For instance, prevent your ads from appearing near content that's not conducive to your brand. For instance, if you are a holiday destination and you advertise on Facebook, you don't want to be shown next to an article or a post about an airline disaster. Yes, so we're going to hide these options. Manual placements, I also want you to be aware where you can select which platforms do you want to advertise. On Facebook, Facebook's audience network, on Instagram or on Messenger. Shop is no longer available, we talked about that. Yep, and here you go then in your ad. So this is the placement of the ads. Where do you want to show your ads? In the feeds, in the stories, in-stream ads, the search results, in messages. But again, we'll let Facebook or Meta decide on all of this. Okay, so I'm going back to Advantage Plus placement, where you use Facebook's artificial intelligence and machine learning to give you the best placement based on Meta's understanding of your audience. So click next. Yep, and then we're going to go to the ad. Yeah, so Facebook suggests make a carousel ad. Yeah, so here we go into the ad creation. So the Facebook page that we're going to base this on is, let me have a look, Riyadh for Russia. Yeah, we're going to manually upload creatives, or we can get it from the catalog. Yeah, and here you see your preview. These are the products for my catalog. Yeah, so I'm just going to leave it for this product for now. Yeah, so you're going to look at the format. I wanted a carousel. Now I have 2 products in my carousel, so they should probably come up now. Yeah, so here is the second product. No, yeah, so but that's how it would look like. Or you can do a collection. You can do multi-advertiser ads. So, and I can have the catalog for the ad creative, as I said. Could be a product set, I have multiple products. I can make carousel cards as well. Yeah, I can turn it in a slideshow. Lots and lots of opportunities. And here you have your headline and your description. Yeah, so the headline is carpet. I can take that out. I can say spring promotion, sort of Atlas Mountains. Carpet. Yeah, so that should now be added here under the ad, and here you see Shop Now button. I can add the description that will show up at the top. Describe your link, which would be fantastic handmade carpets from the Berbers in the Atlas Mountains. Let's see. Yeah, on bigger ads you see that would show up here at the front. So yep, and then you are basically having your primary text. Let me have a look. I think that is actually the text that I wanted up here. Let me have a look at that. There it is. Yeah, so that is the text that I wanted there. And here the call to action, that would be shop now, but I have a whole range of call to actions. Yeah, so keep that as shop now. Then where do I drive people to? I drive them to my shop, and that is the website. Do I want to build a URL parameter so I can track my campaign in in analytics? Yeah, I'm not going to set it up. I can choose an app if I want to. So lots of stuff that I can do here. I can set up the tracking through the Riyadh pixel. I can select the pixel. I'm not going to go into those details. And here is the URL parameter that I want to build for the tracking. But here is the basic version of my ad. Yep, and now it's a matter of pressing publish. And then the next thing that will happen, that Facebook will look at the ad, they will evaluate the ad, and once they approve the ad, yeah, then the campaign will go live. Yep, so here's the business location and currency. I'm just clicking next. That's the payment information. They still need my credit card details. I don't want to do that. Yeah, so I'm not going to give them the details. So I want to skip that. So I'm not going to publish this campaign for now, but at least it gives you an overview of how to create a campaign in the flow of campaign, ad set, and ads. There's a lot more to it, obviously, but at least this gives you a high-level overview. So if that is on the campaign setting, there are 2 more important areas. That is your audience creation. So you can create separate audiences that you can then add as an audience for your ad campaign. Yes, so if you click create, you can create a custom audiences, a lookalike audience, or what we say a saved audience. Yeah, if I click on saved audience, what you're going to do, you can specify the audience with the name, yeah, and by the location, but you can then do a detailed targeting based on demographics, interests, or behaviors. So I can just click here, let's say somebody who is excited about travel, yeah, so it could be frequent travelers, yeah, and there's a whole range of things that you can add here and in your audience, and you will see that it will sort of impact your audience size as well. So you can do by behavior, yeah, or by interest. So and there's a whole sort of, let's say I want to do California. Yeah, so I can California place, people who are either interested there. Yeah, so I can target by location as well if I want. So this is the really powerful aspect of pay-per-click campaigns on Meta and also on Google, yeah, on the targeting. So I'm going to cancel this. I can also create an audience, like we say a custom audience. And this is these are audiences based on people who have done a specific behavior, like visiting your website. And this is what we call the retargeting. So Facebook allows you to target people who have visited your website, a particular page, which means the next day they could get an advert of your Facebook ad of the product that they saw on your website. So it's all to do with the retargeting and the pixel marketing. Now, I'm not going to go into that because that's beyond the scope of this video, but this is where you would set that all up. Okay, and then of course within your advertising, you have your ads reporting section as well, where you can look at the account name. Yeah, you can look at reach, impressions, frequency, amount spent, and attribution setting. Now, I haven't got any campaigns running, so I don't see any details here. Yeah, also because the period is, but let's say if we can select, let me have a look. Let's say, no, I haven't run any Facebook campaigns on this campaign, so I can't show you any data. But this is where you can create your advertising reports, where you can select all these breakdowns and bring them into your report. Good, that's it on the Facebook and Instagram ads. And what we're going to do now is move to the next demo, the final demo of this series, which is everything to do with the Meta Insights. To access the insights in the Meta Business Suite, you go to the main dashboard and you click on All Tools and you scroll down in Analyzing and Reporting. So you have your specific ads reporting. You can create tests like experiments, yeah, that you can get reports on. You can get traffic analysis. Yeah, so trends are related to the Facebook impressions and usage of the website or app. And you can go into the Insights section where you learn about your Facebook page and about trends and activities and engagement around your activities on Instagram and on Facebook. So here you see the summary, your last week in review. So you see the reach from last week on my Facebook and Instagram, the total for this week, your messaging activity, how you're progressing towards goals that you've specified, like increased reach, for instance. And here you see your activity, the content that we placed and how, and if we did any advertisement. So that is sort of your high-level summary. If you click here on View All Insights, you're going to your dashboard. Yeah, so let's start and have a look at this dashboard. This is where you get a very detailed breakdown into your audiences. Yeah, so you can understand your audience's characteristics and behaviors, and you can develop your content strategies for a more personalized and engaging customer experience. So let's look at the most important reports here. On your dashboard you get performance information on content interaction, on reach, on followers, link clicks and minutes viewed of your page, and you scroll down. Yeah, you can see advertising, what you've done or what others have done, and your post frequency. This is where you can help you about what you should do to grow your reach. And obviously Facebook will say, hey, you need to start advertising and post more. So boost for reach takes you straight into the advertising, or create post takes you to your content and your post and scheduling section within the Meta Business Suite. So very important here, and that is the most important reports in your insight, which is your audience report, which is your content report, and your performance report. Yeah, so let's have a look at these three reports and see what we get. If I look at audience, here again you can go straight into advertising or creating a post, but what you want to have here, want to look at, is how did my followers grow? Yeah, and how did on both Facebook and on Instagram? Yeah, what are the most important cities where people are from? Yeah, that are following our page. What are the top countries? Yeah, so lots of information you get here, and then the age and the gender. So that's your current audience. It gives you potential audience, where what you can get. Yeah, the top cities, top countries, top other pages that you can learn from. Yeah, so great information that you can get here on your audience that you are interacting with. If we then look at your content, yeah, to me this is probably the most important section of your Meta Insights. Here you see what content works and what doesn't work. Yeah, for your Facebook post, your stories, and your Instagram posts and stories, whether those posts are photos or videos or text posts. Yeah, so here you have your high-level overview of when you can select for Facebook or Instagram. You see the reach and the engagement, but the real spicy details you can find under content. Here you can see every post and story and video that you did. Yeah, and you can see here what is the title, what is the date published, and what else you can see here is information about reach and impressions and further details that you get. Yeah, so, and this makes it so exciting because here you can see which posts have the highest engagement levels, like reactions, like comments and shares. And you can order these from high to low. So I can now see what post has been my most engaging post when it comes to reactions in the last 28 days. I can say make that in the last 90 days. Yeah, I can now see what has been my most popular post over the last 90 days when it comes to reactions and comments and share. And the nice thing then is, by clicking on that post, you see what the post was about, and then you can say, hey, if that post worked, then can we make the other post similar to this post, because for this post we know that that post works. Yep, so very useful information you can get here about your content and use that to your advantage. Yeah, so we looked at the audience, we looked at the content. So now let's look at the performance of the videos and the reels. Again, I can see a summary. I can also go down straight into the details. Yep, and here you see total minutes of viewed compared to the previous period. You see what is organic, what is paid, and again, what were your the most popular posts when it comes to minutes viewed. Yeah, for the period that you selected. So here in this and some final details about your audience, yeah, for your videos, and the retentions. Now we haven't got any earnings on videos, so that kind of summarizes everything there is to know about the insights. A fantastic pool of data that you can use to kind of look at trends. Yeah, so you can kind of predict of what is going to happen, and you can stay ahead of the curve with what you learn from your meta insights. So very useful, and take this information and turn that into your advantage by creating better posts, targeting better audiences, and thereby getting better results. Right, that's a wrap. Let me summarize. What have we been through in this video? We looked at the Commerce Manager, we looked at the Facebook and Instagram in the ads, and we looked at the insights that you get. And this is the conclusion of our 3-video series on Meta Business Suite. I hope you found it useful. Stay tuned for more information, for more videos. We will go deeper into the various topics in the next few months, and so you get an even better understanding of what you can do with the Meta Business Suite. Now, if you want to know more, of course, check out all the other Simplilearn courses as well. And if you like the video, then click on the button below. Yeah, subscribe to our channel so you can take advantage of all the learnings that we have here, and you will get notifications of new videos that we published. So for now, for me, that's it. And I wish you a good day, and I see you at the next video.
Hi there, if you like this video, subscribe to the Simplilearn YouTube channel and click here to watch similar videos. To nerd up and get certified, click here.